Good morning. Good morning, Dr. Ravi Swami, and good morning, all the students. And I formally welcome Dr. Ravi Swami. He is a renowned personality. He is the director of Delhi Metropolitan Education, and he has diverse qualification in the field of management and economics. He has conducted various training sessions, and he has published numerous research papers and supervised PhD thesis and dissertations at MPhil level. A warm welcome to you, sir, and we hope that this is going to be a fruitful session for our students and all their queries will be answered. And dear children, I request you to please drop your queries in the chat box. All right. And I request everyone to please rename yourself as your name and class and section. Name, class and section, otherwise I will turn you out of the meeting. All right. Over to you, sir.
Okay, so it's a politically heated day in Ludhiana today. The temperature is also rising and the political temperature is probably at its peak because tomorrow we have the election results and maybe we are sending a CM from Delhi.
Yes, perhaps. Yes, perhaps.
Yeah, so the poll survey say about a party which is ruling in Delhi. Fine. Coming to the presentation, I'll start by sharing my screen. So, students, you are in your class 10th, and after 10th, there comes a beautiful turning point in your career that you have to choose between various streams. I'm saying it's a beautiful point because it's an important point. Whatever you choose here after 10th shapes your entire life, your entire career in most of the cases. So if I have to put it in the form of a picture, I'll say that the situation is like this. Everyone is in a, rather than a dilemma, everyone is at the crossroads. We don't know which way to go. And then we have our neighbors advising us, our friends advising us, our mamaji, tayaji advising us. So the situation is like that. This picture probably depicts what is going in your minds, children, as on date, right? So today we are going to understand how you can take an informed decision. In this presentation, we are not going to tell you A is good or B is bad, but we are going to tell you what are the various options if you choose A, what are the various avenues if you choose option B, say biology, so on and so forth. That is the purpose of this presentation, rather than being judgmental that this stream is good, this is bad, right? Now, how do we begin? We begin by simply...
Sorry to interrupt, but we are still on the first slide. The slides are not changing, sir. Now it is changing.
So
yes.
I was talking about this and now I'm talking about this, right? So if I have to take a decision, how do I take it? Do I take it like this, that, okay, I'll choose bio or I'll choose PCM, or means the decision per se, whatever decision you take today before your 11th per se should be taken as this diagram is showing you. What is the way? The way is that if I am choosing PCM, where I will be in 2028, where I will be in 2034, and where I will be after say 25 years. This is how decisions are taken whenever we make or take any decision. So if I am choosing humanities, I must think that if I take humanities in 11th, if I take ABC subjects, where I will be after 5 years, where I will be after 10 years, where I will be after 20 years. So you have to say streamline your vision. Vision in the sense you have to see yourself You have to frame a picture. You have to create a picture that what I will be in 2030. And I can tell you it's very difficult to make such a picture for oneself because the environment is dynamic. Things keep on changing, and therefore talking about the future is easier said than done. कहना आसान है, easier said than done. So to start with, this is the way we take a decision. We put ourselves in future years, 5 years after, 10 years after, 15, 20, 30 years after, when I will be at the age of 55, what I will be doing, what will be my position, how much I will be earning. These are the questions which you must answer, and answer in writing. You can answer these questions in writing, and then only you can take a well-informed decision. Moving ahead, what are the options available with you? So, the typical options are, the first option which comes to our mind is engineering. So we call it non-medical or maths, or we also call it PCM, physics, chemistry, maths. This is the non-medical option, right? The second option is, of course, medical. And let me tell you a misconception when we talk about maths. The thing which comes to our mind is becoming an engineer. When we talk about biology, the thing which comes to our mind is becoming a doctor. I can tell you after today's presentation, you will understand that these are very, very limited options. We should think in a broad way. If I go for biology, it does not mean that I want to become a doctor. There are so many other options, and those options may be even better than becoming a doctor. Then PCM is one, PCB, biology is second. Then you may go for commerce. You may choose accounting, business administration, economics. Then you may go for arts, what we call humanities. In humanities, there's a long list of subjects: sociology, psychology, history, political science, economics, English literature, Hindi literature, Punjabi literature. All those options are there when we talk about humanities. And then the fifth option, which is becoming very popular these days, is straight away go to a professional course after 10th. Generally, professional courses are there after 12th. But then you also have professional courses after 10th. You may go for ITI, you may go for Polytechnic. So in the coming 25 minutes, we are going to discuss the details of all these 5 streams which you can choose after your 10th, right? So here we go. I'll start with biology because probably we feel that this option is the least preferred these days due to whatsoever reasons. So if I choose biology, then at 11th, my subjects are what? I study chemistry, I study physics, I study zoology, I study botany, right? If I go, this is what we mean by biology option. So if I choose biology, then I'll take the thing which is MBBS, I'll take it first. MBBS, everyone knows. If I have taken biology, then I'm going to become a doctor, that's fine. I'm not going to talk about that. If you want to prepare for MBBS, NEET is the test. You may appear for NEET. You may get a score. If you don't get a score, go to Ukraine and do MBBS. You can also go to some Russian parts of Russian countries where we say that MBBS is of good quality and at a cheaper price. So if you want to become a doctor, start preparing for NEET, right? MBBS is there, and now there's a lot of discussion that the seats of MBBS should be increased in India so that our students do not go to countries like Ukraine. So MBBS is an option wherein the seats are going to increase now in our country. So 2 years after, you may find double the number of seats which are there in 2022. For MBBS, NEET is there. Come to the second option, zoologist. What is a zoologist? Zoologist means the term is simple, zoo, and we derived zoology. What is a zoo? Animals. So zoology is nothing but the study of animals. Now, while we study about animals, there are various options. You can become you can have various options. Various government jobs are available pertaining to animals. Then you can even be a pet breeder. Yes, a pet breeder is also a very good option. So on and so forth. If you want to become a zoologist, for that you take biology in 11th, then you go for BSc, and then you can go for MSc in zoology. The other alternative in biology we have two branches: botany, zoology, right? Zoology, animals; botany, plants. The second option is regarding plants. Yes, my dear students, environment, plants, trees, these are the most talked about things these days. So you can go for, again, if you choose biology in 11th, you can go for BSc in biology, and then you can go for MSc in botany. You can become a botanist, right? In Noida, we have a very popular botanical garden, which is also a metro station. So large number of vacancies for people from botany there itself. So if you want to study plants, if you are interested in environment, green things, botany, become a botanist is a good option. Then is nursing. Yes, nursing is something which we feel that is a lower profile. But let me shed away that incorrect perception today. Nursing is not a low profile. It is not at all a low profile. Nurses earn well. The Indian nurses are in huge demand in foreign countries, especially the Gulf countries. So nursing is a good option. You may easily get a job in India. Then there's a lot of demand in Gulf countries as well for Indian nurses. And then the last is pharma sector. Pharma sector is something which in the post-COVID era, rather I must say that in the post-COVID era, biology will rise, because in COVID we realized that the countries were not investing in biology. They were not investing in the health sector. So post-COVID, all the countries, they were caught napping. So now they are out of that slumber, and they are going to invest in sectors like pharma. So in Ludhiana also there are many pharma companies. Then we have Baddi in Himachal, not far away from Ludhiana, which is known as the pharma capital of India. All the pharma companies have their factories there. So if you go for diploma in pharmacy, or you go for bachelor in pharmacy, you can become a pharmacist. And another option is, if you go for pharmacy, you can become a medical representative. Again, medical representative is not a poor profile. Please shed away this option, this misconception. Medical representative again is a good profile. Companies like Glaxo or Cipla, they pay very well to their medical representatives. Although we feel that medical representatives have to wait outside doctors, hospitals and all that. But I can tell you, medical representative is a very good, very well-paying profile. That was about the first part of our story, biology. These are the options if you take biology, and we talked about the career avenues if you choose biology. Moving ahead, the second part of our presentation is regarding your maths option. If you are good at maths, you like maths, even if you don't like maths, then you can choose maths at your 11th standard. You do 12th with maths, and then the most popular option is BTech, become an engineer. You can also go for BSc in physics or BSc in mathematics. Then you can go for MSc, and then you can join teaching. I can tell you, in our country, in this world, we never find good teachers. Rather, we seldom find good teachers for physics and mathematics. So you can go for BTech, you can go for BSc, then MSc maths or physics, or you can also go for BCA, Bachelor in Computer Application, or Masters in Computer Application, right? These are the three basic options. Excuse me. Now, I will elaborate a little more on engineering, because engineering is something which is the popular option. Now, while talking about engineering, there are various branches. We have computer science, IT branch, we have electronics, we have mechanical, we have electrical, we have civil, and then we have mixture, hybrid branches. Hybrid branches are the new streams: mechanical plus electronics, mechatronics, then biotech. These branches are also there. Now, students, please try to understand one thing. In our country, these days, branches like civil, electrical are not doing well. We don't have many jobs in civil, electrical, mining, or even mechanical. Why? Because everywhere we are going for digitization. So when we go for digitization, which is the branch required? It is electronics or computer science or IT. Now with COVID, what has happened? Everything has become digital. So COVID has given a big push to digitization in this country. And let me tell you, in a country like India, if you compare India with America, in our country, the digitization may be 0.01% only. So 99.9% way is still ahead. Therefore, the demand for computer science, electronics, IT engineers is going to stay for at least 40-50 more years. So therefore, CS and IT is a branch in which you can do your BTech and you can easily get a job. So if you are planning for BTech, I will suggest that you go for CS, IT or electronics branch only, and civil, electrical, these branches are facing slump due to whatsoever reasons, right? So that's about engineering. I conclude this slide by telling you that if you go for PCM, you can go for BTech, you can go for BSc, MSc, and then the third option is you can go for BCA or MCA. That was about the option called PCM, or what we popularly call non-medical. Coming to the third part, if you choose commerce, then what are the options? Yes, commerce is related with business. Businesses are growing with globalization, liberalization, privatization. We find that businesses are growing in our country. New kinds of businesses are coming in. We have Oyo, we have Uber, we have Ola. So such new innovations are coming in, and we find that business is a line wherein you can easily get a job. So if you choose commerce, then 11th and 12th in commerce, then you can go for BCom and then MCom, and then you can choose your career in accounts or finance. After 12th in commerce, you may also go for options like BBA, Bachelor of Business Administration. So commerce is again a popular branch because you have large number of jobs. Every business needs commerce graduates. Moving ahead to the fourth option, humanities. Okay, so everyone says that if I'm weak in studies, I will take humanities, isn't it? But let me tell you, it's a very, very wrong notion. It's not that, weak students go for humanities, or intelligent or not intelligent, but hardworking students, because I believe there's nothing like intelligence. God has given equal intelligence to each one of us. It's all about hard work. So it's not that hardworking students go for PCM or biology and less hardworking students go for humanities. It's not like that. Humanities also has got a lot of scope. And the best part with humanities is you get a very wide range of subjects. Say, for example, I take biology. There are only 4 subjects: physics, chemistry, zoology, botany. But in humanities, there are, say, 19, 20 subjects which you can choose and you can specialize in them. I mentioned only a few subjects. The first one being economics. Then we say economics is the queen of humanities. Probably we say so because the number of jobs in economics is the largest. Yes, economics is close to business. Therefore, we say, you can note down this equation. We say commerce minus accounts is equal to economics, right? So in commerce, or rather I can put it like this, Accounts plus economics is commerce. So in humanities, you may go for economics. Then so many subjects, as I told, large range of subjects, history, political science, literature. Literature is one area wherein you can do well. We have Hindi literature, English literature, Sanskrit literature, and if you are in Punjab, Punjabi literature also. I stayed in Punjab and I can tell you, I can at least read Punjabi, if not write, because Gurmukhi is very close to Hindi. So you can also specialize in Punjabi literature. There are so many government jobs in that. Then geography, so on and so forth. All these subjects are there as far as the humanities are concerned. And all these lines, I must say, have got lesser number of jobs. Yes, in humanities, the number of jobs, the number of direct jobs is less as compared to other branches. Say, for example, you do BTech CS, large number of jobs are there. But if you do MA history, few jobs are there. So that is the disadvantage with humanities, that with the advent of science and business, we find more jobs are there pertaining to science and commerce, and less jobs are there pertaining to history. Say, for example, you take history, then you can become a historian, you can become an archaeologist, something like that. If you opt for political science, you can become an expert on constitution. If you want to go for law courses, then political science you must take. English literature obviously is language. So language is something in which jobs are always there. In Delhi, we find there are graduation in subjects like Russian, Korean, Mandarin, means Chinese, etc. So all these options are open if you go for humanities. If, say, I want to become a language interpreter. Recently, Modi ji talked with Putin. So I was wondering that how they would have talked. Modi ji also talked with the comedian Zelensky. So how they would have talked. So we need interpreters. So interpreter is something, a job which is, means you can take that profile, and for that you should go for humanities. But that's all about humanities. Coming to the last part of our presentation, this is the direct option. In this case, you need not go for 11th, you need not go for 12th. Straight away, you choose a technical line. This means that after 10th, I go for ITI or I go for Polytechnic, and straight away I choose a line like computer science or civil or electrical. After 10th, I choose a line. Now I'll tell you one important thing here. Students, it is widely believed that those who go for Polytechnic after 10th have got a very, very good basic knowledge about engineering. After Polytechnic, you straight away get admission through lateral entry in BTech second year. And in BTech second year, I have taught students for BTech second year, and I find that those who are diploma holders, Polytechnic holders, they shine in the class. Why do they shine? Because they've already studied that particular branch for 3 years, and they were the ones who chose an option right after that 10th. So this is probably what is happening in the Western world, that instead of going for 11th, 12th, you straight away choose a branch, you go for ITI, you go for diploma, and if you go for ITI, you can then go for diploma and then for engineering. So that line is also a very good line, because you straight away start practicing. You straight away enter a professional course at 11th. Rather than studying 11th and 12th, you invest your time in studying computer science or electronics or mechanical. This is the advantage. And I can tell you, in the Western world, this option is very popular, although not very popular in India. In India, we feel that no, we should first do 11th and 12th. Now, there were problems also pertaining to diploma. What were those problems? The problems were of equality. Earlier, it was said that the option was, the government had such a policy that if you do diploma after 10th, then you were supposed to do 12th again for going for an graduation. But then, when Smriti Irani ji became our HRD minister, she was not very well educated, so probably she could understand the pain of diploma holders and ITI holders. So the first thing which she did was that she equated ITI and diploma with 12th. So if you are doing diploma or ITI after 10th, you did not do 12th again, it is equivalent to 12th. So you can shed away that fear. If you go straight away after 10th, you can go for diploma, you can go for ITI, and then you can go for polytechnic, BTech, so on and so forth, right? In this option, you don't go for 11th and 12th. There are so many branches in polytechnic and ITI, like fire safety, like fitter, electrician, etc. These are skill-oriented branches wherein if I have skill, I can easily get a job, or I can myself become an electrician and earn my livelihood. That is the beauty of this option. I think we are coming to the close of this presentation, my dear students. We have talked about all the 5 options after 10th, and we have talked about the various options further if you choose those 5 streams. Now, we talked about what to do after 10th, but at the same time, you should also understand what to do after 12th. Now, after 12th, there are many courses which are stream neutral. This is something important to understand. If I want to go for BA LLB or BB LLB, or I want to become a chartered accountant or company secretary or chartered financial analyst, or I want to do BBA, or I want to go for BJMC, in all these cases, whichever option you have chosen after 10th is not relevant. Is not relevant. Why? Because, say for example, you want to do BA LLB or BB LLB, whichever branch you had at 11th, you may be having bio, maths, commerce, humanities, anything, or even you may have done diploma, polytechnic. You can go for all these courses after 12th. So we call them stream neutral courses. For example, if I want to do BBA or journalism, does not matter what I had at 11th and 12th. I may have anything at 11th and 12th, still I am eligible to go for these courses. So we call them stream neutral courses. Whichever branch you have, does not matter, all these courses are open for you, right? So please remember, stream neutral courses, large number of courses which are stream neutral, whichever branch you have at 11th and 12th does not matter. Now, of course, this question is coming to your mind, right? Is this question coming to your mind? Of course, everyone is thinking which stream is best for me. And my answer is, my dear students, you see any stream, you see the researches, you see the history, we find that in all these streams, 25% people do exceptionally well. 25% of people do not do well. And then majority 50%, they do well, they are satisfied, they are happy in their lives, they are happy with their careers. So whichever stream you take, majority of the people, 50% of the people are happy and satisfied. So does it matter which stream you choose? The answer is no. Why? Because I'll tell you, this is the formula for success. My dear students, this is the last slide. Whichever stream you choose, you go for biology, you go for maths, you go for commerce, humanities, diploma, anything you choose, what matters is how much knowledge you have acquired, what are the skills which you have acquired, and above all, do you have the corporate ready attitude or not? My dear students, as a conclusion, I can tell you, I know so many doctors who are a failure. I know so many engineers who are a failure. 30% products of IIT, our great IIT, 30% products, they do not succeed in their lives. You know why? Because of poor attitude. Therefore, whichever stream you choose, you go for the right set of knowledge, skills, and attitude. If you have the right set of knowledge, skills, and attitude, success is waiting for you, the careers are waiting for you, Happiness is waiting for you. Thank you, students. Thank you for being a patient listener.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for that wonderful talk. I have quite a few questions in the chat box. So with your permission, I can take them one by one. Yeah. So, sir, the first question which is there is from the student named Amber. He's asking that I want to study law abroad. So, which is the stream should I opt for?
Amber, if you want to pursue law, then you should go for humanities, number one. In humanities, you should choose subjects like number one, political science, which is the basis for law. Other than that, you can go for subjects like economics, sociology, history. These subjects are, they are known to be forming the base for legal studies. And above all, if you have legal studies in 11th and 12th, because CBSE has given this option of legal studies, so you must opt for legal studies, even if you have to change school for that. If you want to pursue law at some foreign country, you must choose legal studies at your 11th. And legal studies is part of humanities. So to conclude this answer, you choose legal studies first, second political science, third maybe economics, maybe sociology, or maybe history.
Right. Thank you, sir. So the next question is from Keshav. He is asking, can't we go in for the computer line with medical?
No, you cannot, because computer line simply means mathematics. Computer is all about 1010, the binary language. You need to have PCM if you want to go for computer line. Biology obviously is not meant for people who want to make a career in computers. Yes, there is a way out that even people with the commerce can take admission in a lighter course called BCA. But if you want to go for computer line, I will not suggest BCA. Simply go for BTech and become an engineer.
Samriddhi is asking if I want to go to income tax field, which stream is suitable for me?
If you want to go for income tax, then you choose commerce at 11th, and then you become a chartered accountant, or you can do BCom, MCom, and then you can practice income tax. And of course, GST again is a big area, because whenever any new area comes up, there's a lot of scope. So means if you want to practice income tax, CA, chartered accountant, is the first option. The second option is BCom, MCom.
Sir, another student is asking that I want to crack UPSC, but I'm also interested in law. So what should I do?
The best thing is that you go for BA LLB or BB LLB. And BA LLB and BB LLB will give you 2 degrees in 5 years. Say, for example, you go for BA LLB, so you get BA and you get LLB in 5 years. And for UPSC, you can then choose subjects like law, you can choose subjects like history, sociology, etc. So you can go for a 5-year law course, and then you can very well prepare for UPSC. I know many students who pursue their 5-year law and then they succeed in UPSC.
Right. Sir, another question from Livansa. She's asking if we want to pursue business in career in food processing, then which is the stream should we choose?
Well, for that, the best thing is that you go for BTech in food technology, which is available in many colleges these days. So BTech food technology is the option which I will suggest if you want to make a career in that. Also you can go for BTech in agriculture sciences. One branch of engineering is agriculture sciences also. So that also suits if you want to make a career in food technology.
Right, sir. Another question is, what stream should I choose?
Just to complete that, you have a very famous college at Ludhiana, that that agriculture university, na? That's a very popular, means it's popular throughout the world. So if you want to make a career in food technology, you can join that university, although it's little difficult to get a seat there. Yes, Dr. Shalini.
Yes, sir, a lot of questions actually. That's why I'm just trying to cover up as many questions as possible. So, sir, another question is, what stream should I choose for giving SAT exam, SAT?
SAT, let me know the full form, because S can have multiple meanings.
Sir, I think this is the exam which the students are giving to study abroad in universities.
Okay, so if you want to study abroad, then students, I can tell you that, means if you really want to go abroad, then you have to choose science, because foreigners do not invite many people with commerce and humanities. As far as India is concerned, majority of the Indians who have settled abroad are from the field of computer science. So if you are interested in making a career in the colder countries, right? If you want to play with snow, then go for BTech computer science. But then these days, with work from home, even the Americans tell you that, okay, you be at Ludhiana and work for us at New York. So remote location working is something which has come up in a big way. And you may be in a place called Fagwada or Ludhiana or Mukeria or Pathankot, and you can continue working for someone at New York or Manhattan or Houston. So the things have changed, particularly post-COVID. So I must say that now less people will be going abroad.
Sir, Gaurav is asking, what are the benefits of studying law in abroad?
Well, I'll say there are no benefits, because the law in foreign countries is typically different from the law in India. So sometimes it happens that I do my LLB from, say, New Zealand, and when I come to India, I get confused in front of a judge, because the laws are bound to be different in different countries. So what generally people do is that the basic LLB degree they do from India, and for LLM they go to some other country, so that there's no confusion in front of a judge. You can see, means I can quote so many examples of very popular lawyers. Their sons, they did LLB from India and then LLM from abroad, because if you do LLB from some other country, then you need to practice there only. Gandhi ji, Nehru ji, Sardar Patel, all of them did their law, probably they did their LLB from foreign countries, and they could never practice in India. They could never practice.
Yeah, that's right, actually. So some defense enthusiastic, he's asking which stream to choose to join NDA.
Well, for Air Force and Navy, you need to have PCM at your 11th and 12th. And for Army again, as I said, is stream neutral. With any stream, you can join the Indian Army. But for Air Force and Navy, you need to have PCM at your 11th and 12th. Then for NDA, we have, you need to prepare yourself with general knowledge, and then English and maths. These are the three parts of your NDA exam. Yes, you can go for NDA. It's a good option. And if you want to join defense, there are two windows through which you can join. One is after 12th. Second is after your graduation through CDS and OTA. So both the options are there. You can join NDA after 12th, and you can join this OTA, Officers Training Academy Chennai, or this CDS. You can appear after graduation.
So Japneet is asking, I'm not good in maths, but I want to be a software developer. What should I choose?
Well, not at all a problem. Not at all a problem. It is not that, maths means computer science. It is not like that. I know so many people who were average in maths, and they did very well with computers. Because, while we talk about computer science also, there are various streams there, like cloud is one stream, artificial intelligence is another, cyber security is another. So many streams are there. So even if you are average or even below average in mathematics, you can do well as a computer science engineer. Japneet, I must tell you that it's more about your skills, your attitude, which makes you successful as a computer engineer, rather than your knowledge of mathematics. So don't worry about that.
Sir, another question, is MCA a good option or BTech?
My answer is BTech. Be an engineer. Why to go for a lower option? I'll not say substandard. I cannot say that. But means if I want to go for a computer line, I must be an engineer.
Yeah, right. So the stream for biomedical engineering, what should I opt?
For biomedical engineering, again, you should go for PCM. If you want to become an engineer, go for PCM. That's all. Yeah. That's the basic eligibility given by All India Council for Technical Education. If I want to be an engineer, I need to have PCM. Don't talk about branches like biotech, etc. Even for biotech, you need PCM.
Sir, another interesting question. The student is asking, can we run business if we have done engineering?
Why not? So many engineers are doing good business. So, you can do good business after anything. Even if you don't study, you can do good business. Ghanshyam Das Birla, the most popular Indian businessman, Ghanshyam Das Birla, he studied only till 5th class. So, business is all about common sense, not about degrees. I can name so many very, very popular businessmen who are college dropouts. So Bill Gates is a college dropout. Even Steve Jobs, the person who gave us Apple and iPhone and MacBook, he also dropped his college. So, business is about common sense. It's about, again, your knowledge, skills, and attitude, not about degrees. So you can do business, but yes, education always is a help, whatever business you want to do. That is why Dhirubhai Ambani sent Anil Ambani and Mukesh Ambani for engineering and also for MBA. So he could have also told Mukesh and Anil that, oh, you do not study. We have so many businesses, so you can control them. But then he did send them for engineering. I believe Mukesh Ambani is a chemical engineer. And an MD also.
Right. Sir, I think we can take last 2 or 3 questions. Ariham Jain is asking, is data science also a part of engineering line?
Very good part of computer science engineering. If you are working for a bank or an insurance company, then they want you to collect data, they want you to analyze data, and based on that data, they connect with the customers, they find out who are our prospective customers. So we call it data mining. That's a very important part of engineering these days, because data is something very important. Like your principal must have searched some data, and then she could have reached our college for this kind of presentation. So we do play with data every time. So data science, data mining is, yes, a very important part of engineering, and good careers are there in data mining, data science.
Ashjot is asking which stream we should choose to become a psychologist.
Now, there are 2 things, psychologist and psychiatrist. If you want to be a psychiatrist, means a doctor who treats you, you need to go for MBBS. But if you want to become a psychologist, something like a counselor, then you can choose humanities, you can choose psychology as one of your subjects, then you can go for psychology honors, and then MS psychology, PhD in psychology, and you can become a psychologist. So psychologist and psychiatrist. Psychiatrist is a doctor. You need to go for MBBS. A psychologist is someone who advises you, who counsels you. For that, MA Psychology.
Right, sir. Sir, another student is asking, Harshimran, I think full name is not appearing here. Is it important to learn coding for computer science or IT?
Yes, I will say that coding is the basic of computer science and IT. But I can tell you that coding is quite easy. Even a layman can do that. It's so easy. Then, to answer your question, there are various things for which even coding is not needed. Say, for example, there's a very popular site called Joomla. Today, go home and check that site Joomla. So if I don't know coding and I want to make a website for me, I can go through Joomla. I have various options there and I can prepare a website for myself, even if I don't know C of coding. So there are various options like WordPress, Joomla, etc., wherein coding is not required and still you can do well in computer science.
Sir, I think the last question for the day, the student is asking if I want to develop a game. I think he's asking about the artificial game in the future. Which stream should I choose?
If you want to develop a game, obviously you should go for BTech in computer science.
Right, right. So students, I know there are a lot of questions in the chat box, but the thing is that we are running short of time. So you are getting yourself registered in the registration form. I've already shared the link with you. So you can send us a mail or you can write us, the query if you have about any further stream choosing or anything. I can write my email ID. You can reach to us and I will definitely give you a call back, outreach@dme.ac.in. So you can reach to us on this ID. I think Mansi ma'am wanted to conclude at the end. Ma'am, are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. And Daksh is also here, who was in touch with the Rayan School to get this webinar organized for you guys. So yes, Mansi ma'am, over to you.
Ma'am, I want to thank you from my bottom of my heart for taking time, and my work definitely helped to magnify our cause in best possible way. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you for all the support. I know that you have a lot of things on your plate. We have spoken in the morning, but you are keeping quite busy and running around. So thank you so much for all the support. And we are looking forward to have many more webinars in the future also with your school. Thank you so much. Thank you, ma'am.